Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for Friday, November 23rd, into and through the weekend. So-called Black Friday in the United States, where everything goes on sale, supposedly, allegedly. These fake sales where people get their asses kicked for Thanksgiving. And it is the day of the full moon in Gemini. 0 degrees Gemini. I think that's some serious stuff. I didn't look at the numerology really. It is 9, right? 2, 5, 7, 9. Yes, that is super interesting. All right, I'm interested to see what comes up here and how many other 9s there may be in what we read today. So I'm going to start with the year 1248, which is a 3, 3, or 6. That fits well with Gemini. The conquest of Seville by Christian troops under King Ferdinand III of Castile. This is after the city capitulates. 1644. Areopagitica, a pamphlet by John Milton decrying censorship, is published. 1869. That's the 6 and the 9. For the 6 for June in Gemini and the 9 for the day. In Dumbarton, Scotland, the clipper Cutty Sark is launched, and one of the last clippers ever built, or it's one of the last clippers ever built, and the only one that is still surviving. 2005. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is elected president of Liberia. She's the first woman to lead an African country. Did you know a patent is granted for a process of making color photographs on November 23rd in the year 1863, 9-9. Famous birthdays: John Wallace, Franklin Pierce, Johannes van der Waals, Billy the Kid, Lou Hode, and Miley Cyrus. Would you believe Chinese steward Poon Lim begins a 133 days adrift on a British ship, the SS Bin Lamond, and it's torpedoed by a German U-boat. He is the sole survivor. I wish you could see how they actually wrote this with no grammar, and I had to piece together the story. In any case, it happened on November 23rd in 1942. Famous weddings. 1929, Academy Award winning Shirley Booth marries comic actor Ed Garner. 1940, RAF or RAF pilot Guy Gibson, master number 22, weds show dancer and actress Eve Moore in Penarth's Anglican Church. 1940 again, film director David Lean, 32, weds actress Kay Walsh, 29. 1955 or 11, physicist William Shockley, 45, weds psychiatric nurse Emmy Lanning. 1963 or 19, quote unquote 12 Angry Men director Sidney Lumet, 39, weds Lena Horne's daughter Gail Jones. Famous deaths: Andre Malraux and Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was British and an author, one of the greatest storytellers for the children of the 20th century. He's the creator of the BFG, Matilda, and the Twits, as well as many others. He was born on September 13th, which is the anniversary of Tupac's death, later, of course. This gentleman was born in the year 1916. And he was born in Llandaff, Wales, and was a Virgo. He died on November 23rd in 1990 at the age of 74. 1990, of course, 19, November 23rd, 7. So a lot of God there, or Father. And Mother. 913. That's Mother. Very interesting. Of course, 913 is 13 or 4, 11, 11 itself. The cause of his death was myelodysplastic syndrome. Sounds like some sort of cancer, maybe. I don't know, though. Andre Malraux was French and a novelist. He is famous for La Condition Humaine, or Man's Fate. He was born on November 3rd in 1901 in Paris, France, and was a Scorpio. He died on November 23rd in 1976 at the age of 75. Going back up to the birthdays, Miley Cyrus is only 25 years old. Wow. Doesn't she seem old already? I mean, I guess it makes sense, though, because my daughter used to watch that Hannah Montana stuff. And costs $1 million, concerts and whatnot. Anyway, her real name is Destiny Hope Cyrus. She's an actor and singer, and she went from being a teen and even preteen idol in Hannah Montana to being the object of much criticism for her raunchy stage performances. She was born on November 23rd in 1992. Okay, she's my son's age. She's 25 years old. Born in Nashville, Tennessee, USA. Oh, I left my window open today. I apologize for the noise. Nashville, Tennessee, USA. And is a monkey on the Chinese zodiac and a Sagittarius. Usually I have them closed and only the sirens can get in, you know, because Raphael wants them to get in. But that was a horn because my window is open. I don't know if you heard it. Lou Hode. And yes, it's like 40 something degrees here, so it's not that hot, but my window's open because the heat is also on. I live in a building where the heat for the most part is controlled by the building. So it's on. It's too hot for me. In any case, moving on to Lou Hode, who was Australian and a tennis player, a 4-time major champion. He won 4 majors as an amateur, and then he won the 1959 Tournament of Champions as a professional. He's been ranked as the greatest player of the quote-unquote past champions era of tennis. He was born on November 23rd in 1934 in Sydney, Australia, and was a dog in the Chinese zodiac and a Sagittarius. He died on July 3rd in 1994 at the age of 59 of a heart attack. Billy the Kid, whose real name was William Henry McCarty Jr., was American and a frontier outlaw, a gunfighter in the quote-unquote Old West. And according to legend, he killed 21 men, but it's widely believed that he killed 8 people only. He was capitulated into legend in 1881, which is 9-9, when a price was placed on his head by the governor of New Mexico. He was born on November 23rd in 1859 in New York City, New York, USA, and was a Sagittarius. He died on July 14th. I know people on that with that birthday. That's funny. In 1881, again, 9-9, at the age of only 21 of gunshot wounds. Johannes van der Waals was Dutch and a physicist as well as a Nobel laureate for his work on an equation of state for gases and liquids. He was born on November 23rd in 1837 in Leiden, Netherlands, and was a Sagittarius. He died on March 8th in 1923 at the age of 85. Franklin Pierce was American and the 14th U.S. president, a Democrat. He had prior been United States Senator from New Hampshire and a member of the House of Representatives from New Hampshire's at-large district. His presidential term went from March 4th in 1853 to March 4th in 1857. He was preceded by Millard Fillmore and succeeded by James Buchanan. He's famous because of that, and also because he, serving immediately prior to Civil War, his inability to calm national tensions over slavery hastened the eventual outbreak of the conflict. Genial and well-spoken, he was a northern pro-slavery Democrat who saw the abolitionist movement as a fundamental threat to the nation. In foreign policy, Pierce purchased land from Mexico and failed in his attempt to acquire Cuba from Spain. He also agreed trade deals with the UK and Japan. While he desired to preserve the Union peacefully, his polarizing actions worsened the quote-unquote bleeding Kansas confrontations and set the stage for Southern secession, leaving him widely regarded as one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. He was born on November 23rd in 1804, which is 1304, 1111. And the place of birth was Hillsborough, New Hampshire, USA. He was a Scorpio. He died on October 8th in 1869. There's the 6 and the 9. October 8th is also 9, of course, by the way. He was 64 at the time. Lastly, John Wallis was English and a mathematician and cryptographer, given partial credit for the development of infinitesimal calculus. He introduced the symbol, which is the infinity symbol, for infinity, and similarly used the 1 over infinity for infinitesimal. Wallis also served as chief cryptographer for Parliament between 1643, which is 77, and 1689, and later to the royal court. He was born on November 23rd in 1616, which is also 77, in Ashford, England, United Kingdom, and was a Sagittarius. He died on October 28th in 1703, which is 1304, 1111. I'm sorry, which is 11, rather, 1703. And he was 86 at the time. He was the last. So let's see what the dice have to say today. We're beginning with Forget It by Shoes and Romantic Dinner yet again. Spirit says 29. Try again. And the try again could be associated with the 29. Maybe something went wrong with some sort of partnership, or something that the partnership was working on, and we should try again. Also, Romantic Dinner. Try again. Spirit says no. Speaking of trying again or a brand new start, I'm beginning with the Ace of Summer. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Very nice. Opening to the 10 of Autumn. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. This could be like family come back together newly. Maybe there have been some separation, people not talking, or close friends. Coming into some money. It's a new start, maybe some sort of inheritance. So we're beginning again. Could be relationship too. Definitely. Ace of Summer. And the 5 of Summer. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. So maybe even with the new beginning that should be completely emotionally satisfied, you know, we still want something else. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. See the dove here? Ace of Summer. And the 6 of Winter. The challenging times are coming to an end and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go of the past and embrace the happier times ahead. Somebody may be traveling also a vacation, and that's emotionally fulfilling. Could be tied to, visiting someone that we, have true feelings for, whether it's romantic or, some other sort of relationship. With this representing water and this being a boat on water. Maybe some of us going on a cruise for the first time in our lives. Something exciting like that. According to the Queen of Winter, experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. All your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, to clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and to disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. The Queen of Winter is experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. She's also a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Could be you, whether, regardless of what sign you are. This could be your energy. Cutting things out that don't, mean much in life. Or about to embark on something, brand new that is going to be, really emotionally fulfilling. It's a fresh start for you in some area of your life. You are happy about it. We saw the Queen of Winter, the masculine, chose it to represent the union in the love reading for the week. So that it could be connected to that too, right? The Ace of Summer could definitely be about love. And what I said about the Queen of Summer at that time, Winter rather, was that it was really positive, but could also mean that a mother or mother figure is involved or butting in somehow. So maybe there's like an excited grandmother, a new baby, something like that. Something like that. I don't know. On that note, let's cut. And it's the Four of Autumn. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls that keep people out. Very nice. The overall energy is Major Arcana card 19, which you saw a couple of these as I was reading today. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You will garner the recognition for your accomplishments that you so richly deserve. It's shaping up to be a really awesome weekend thus far. Major Arcana card 19, the Sun, represents the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot, which we have entered officially, particularly on this date. Like, some people count 11/22 as Scorpio. But, by the 23rd, you got to give it up. We're in, Sag now. It's officially Sag. I don't know what the sirens are for. Maybe it's like, shout out. All right, Team Sag. I am not. I'm a Gemini, as you guys know. I do have a Sag daughter. Anyway, this can also represent fire signs in general. The sign of Leo is ruled by the actual sun, Earth's star, the sun. That's a lot of sirens. What is going on? Because those are actual sirens. Like I said, my window's open. That's not just like Raphael. I don't think. Crowning the masculine. Major Arcana card, Justice. Fair and just decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. He is surrounded by the Seven of Summer. It's time to stop procrastinating and to make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do research, then do so, but don't overthink the decision. Listen to your heart. The Seven of Summer, although it's not a core card, represents for me the planet Neptune in the sign of Pisces, which it rules. It is very, my head is in the clouds. I don't know what I'm doing. I had a bunch of dreams and a bunch of fantasies, a bunch of goals, but I can't settle on anything. I got a bunch of options. May even be thinking about having a one-night stand today with somebody. Seven of Summer can mean that for me too. Sitting here under Justice, it more so has to do with a decision or awaiting a decision, perhaps, possibly a legal one, but not necessarily, possibly one involving a Libra or air sign, maybe children. Masculine subconscious, the Ace of Autumn. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, and a serendipitous meeting or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. So we could be awaiting a decision with regard to that, some sort of settlement, money coming in. Maybe this is connected to the 10 of Earth that we saw in the beginning as I was shuffling. Maybe, again, it has something to do with children, or where the children were receiving some sort of inheritance. Again, that has to go through court, maybe a state court or probate court or something. Several children, siblings, waiting for the decision. Crowning the feminine. It's the King of Spring, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, and wise. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. And this is our second message to that effect, because, again, our overall energy also says the same thing. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. Keep that in mind. Right? Keep that same energy, as they say. Feminine is surrounded by, wow, come on now, the Four of Spring. It's time to kick back, relax, and to celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. This can be about having completed something, some sort of project in your home, remodel, or spring cleaning, as they say. Maybe you put away your summer and fall stuff and you took out your winter clothes because it's been snowing. This could be commitment. This could be entering commitment, definitely. Moving in together, the purchase of a home, or, you know, moving in general, new home, buying a home, selling a home. This could just be peace, you know, happiness. Like right now, I'm unbothered. I'm just in a good place right now. Four of Spring. Feminine subconscious. The Three of Autumn. Your most satisfying and profitable career or relationship, or just, you know, circumstance, period, if you ask me, comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Feminine, not somebody else. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth into the world. The Three of Autumn is about abundance that is earned. And so maybe that's why you feel so good here. This could be you in a leadership role, having received a promotion. You're the boss. This could be your boss if it's another person recognizing you. And so you're feeling good about that. Abundance that is earned. There could be a relationship too that you entered or are entering, perhaps with somebody from your job. Could be a party of three situation that you're happy with. You know, you're good. You're involved in a love triangle, but right now you're okay. You're all good. Maybe it's working out best for you in the meantime. Like, you know, you're in the spotlight, getting all the attention and love right now. I don't know. The King of Spring, I don't think I mentioned it, is a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Could be a representation of the divine masculine. Crowning. The Prince of Autumn, trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. The Prince of Autumn is a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. For some, there may be a Virgo, Libra, Cuspian, maybe with some Pisces too, that you come into interaction with. I just felt that. Or earth and air, you know, coming together, situations. At the root, the Three of Spring. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing upon past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may need patience for the next phase to play out, which is also what the Prince of Autumn indicates. The Prince of Autumn is the Knight of Earth, basically. So we know that he always makes it to his goal, right? All these dreams and goals, he makes it to the end once he makes, you know, he formulates an actual plan. But he can be slow, very methodical, like a slow and steady wins the race. So we have need to be patient up here, an energy of patience being required up here and down here. We're sort of surrounded by it. But in the meantime, again, at least the feminine's feeling good, and the masculine's got some abundance on his way to hopefully keep him busy in the meantime while he waits for the next phase to play out as well. At the heart of the matter, life experience. The Tower. Important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that you know are right for you. The Tower represents the sign of Scorpio for me. And got another bird here. It's a pigeon. Now, doves are pigeons, but pigeons aren't necessarily doves. You know what I mean? Especially when you're from New York, it's like, ew, that's not a dove. But you know, I gotta take note that he's here. That he's here. And that song is actually about angels, of course. If you've never realized it. You've got the butterflies all tied up. He's talking about in his stomach. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. He's talking about he is the dove. He's an angel. Yeah. This could be something to make you have butterflies in your stomach. Touch, if you will, my stomach. See how it trembles inside. That's when he says, you've got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. Could be a situation like that. Love coming about. And we got to come together and do the right thing and let go of our pride and stuff like that. Get this abundance that we've earned. Could be love. We put effort into. Again, could be moving, a home, something having to do with a home. The Tower can be an actual tower, structure, home, building. And sitting here next to the Four of Spring for the feminine could be her. With some good news, something positive happening with a home. We could take a closer look at the Tower since that's in the heart and the matter and affects everyone. Major Arcana card, the Empress. I'll take that. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. The Empress, Major Arcana card number 3, represents these signs of Taurus, Gemini, and Libra. And is all about abundance, again, being on its way to you. This could be something going on involving somebody's mother too. But I'd say not to worry about that either. You know, something positive. Perhaps for some of the masculine, it is their mother, their like maybe deceased mother, who left them some sort of inheritance or something. That could be the case. Also be about the need for us to nurture ourselves, nurture other, like do something special for you. So buy shoes, like the dice said. Go out to romantic dinner. We got a lot of threes here. That's what I'm kind of focused on at the moment. The Empress is a 3. It's sitting here above the 3 of spring, which is next to the 3 of autumn. 3s are about creativity and the creator and abundance, but also, of course, parties of 3, which come in variety. They're not all love triangles. And I don't really feel love triangle with these because, again, if we are in love triangles, we're unbothered. We're happy with them. So that's interesting too. This one is a progression. We went up from the 3 of spring to the 4 of spring for the feminine. This could actually be lovers married to or involved with other people. The Empress sitting atop the tower with all these 3s here. Yeah. Also, speaking of inheritance, could be crossing the 3 of autumn, something that you've earned. Inheritance isn't really earned, that's not the right word for that, but like this Ace of Autumn too with the masculine, what I was feeling about him could be in somebody who has inherited not only necessarily money or something, but maybe power, control, especially also crossing for the feminine, the King of Fire. That's leadership, control. This is sort of Venus and Mars together. Yeah, Venus and Mars. It has me so like attracted and pulled in. I don't want to just sit here staring and not saying anything, but the Empress and Justice too, which is an 11, by the way, Major Arcana card 3 plus Major Arcana card 8. Is also giving me like a feel of inheriting or coming into power, like the baton has been passed. Someone else had the power, they're giving it to you, you've gained the power, maybe through some sort of effort or work, but also like patience and wisdom has brought you to this too. So the next card is upright also. All right, I'm gonna cheat. Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting at all. 5 of Autumn, focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. This has to be just a warning though, surrounded by all of these other things. Like this is concern maybe about loss or something going negative. Maybe because of a tower energy, something comes in very suddenly. And so you're expecting the worst traditionally. But don't. Again, with Justice, the Ace of Autumn, the 4 of Spring, the King of Spring, the 3 of Autumn, and the Sun as our overall energy. If it was going to be negative, there are other cards they could have given us to demonstrate that. For sure. Let's do our advice, and I'll take another. I'm really cheating today. It is ego. So this is a lot of fear. This is a lot of fear. Fear, worry about lack. You may feel that you're trapped in a situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth, and break free of negative thinking. So if something does come up, if something does happen that makes it look like everything's about to be ruined, or that you are about to, come into some sort of loss or whatever, even then, like, don't panic is what this is saying with all these other cards that are so very positive. I'll look at one last one and then we'll be done. I just couldn't help continuing with all these threes. I'm like, something's funny here. It may involve a Capricorn also, especially with the devil sitting here underneath the Prince of Autumn. King of Summer. So this is positive. Warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful, a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. That could shake you up too and make you scared, right? Sometimes we hear this kind of good news about love and emotion, or somebody or something that tugs at our heartstrings, and we panic. So it could be that. And this is also positive. The Nine of Summer. Now's the time when your dreams come true. Sitting here next to the dreams for the masculine, at least, with the Seven of Summer. Here go the dreams. And here's indication they're coming true. It's a big yes from the Minor Arcana, particularly as it relates to love. It's like, yes, now's the time your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. So that's what this is. Like, how are things going to work out and go my way? It doesn't seem like they will. It's like, don't worry about how. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have already, and then all that's still to come. Restoration is on its way, where you did feel a loss. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea. Compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution. Now, the balance or temperance is about healing. So the sirens make sense to me there. It's about healing, restoration, again, being made whole, everything, working out. As it relates to a relationship, restoration for that too. Maybe you got to come together and compromise, and some apologies are necessary on both sides, and then things can be worked out. Balance in the tarot also represents the sign of Sagittarius, like our overall energy of the sun and this King of Spring. And lastly, the High Priestess, which I was also feeling with the combination of the Empress and the Tower, that telepathy may be coming into play, and intuition, very important to pay attention to it. The following day, the 24th, so over the weekend, the period for which this reading covers, Neptune will go direct. That can be part of what's happening here. And so really take advantage these last remaining days of the increased psychic awareness that some of us have been having. Major Arcana card 2, the High Priestess, does represent the sign of Gemini. And also potentially water signs. I'm looking at this moon. I guess they're reminding me about the Gemini full moon on this day too. That can be part of what's going on here too. Like, things can be going a little haywire in the meantime, because it's also, speaking of Gemini, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius at the same time. So we've got a lot of really high, strong energy on this day, the 23rd. And there's just a need to keep your composure, maintain, keep your wits about you, pay attention to the signs around you, synchronicities, your intuition, the butterflies in your stomach. I think that was a huge message. The butterflies and the dove, very when doves cry for me. Now we got butterflies and an owl. Wisdom. This is the wisdom I was talking about. Inheriting wisdom, coming into information, coming into power. Maybe that's what's making us afraid too. Right, coming into a position of power and leadership. I don't want to be in charge. People get. Yeah, so just keep your head up, keep your spirits up. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. On that note, further advice to the masculine. Boom. Told you it was good. See, I didn't let it, see how I didn't let it scare me? I'm like, doesn't make sense. All these threes, all this stuff, but you know, but I still feel good. Yeah, because it is good. The Six of Winter, the challenging times are coming to an end. And you can now breathe a sigh of relief, let go of the past, and embrace the happier times ahead. So this could be calling for us to let go of negative energy and feelings of restraint and fear and everything else, and dead relationships that sucked. You know, it looks like we may have some of those here. Let go of those with the full moon. You may even want to do a full moon ritual, you know, where you physically, consciously release a bunch of stuff. I like to write down things that I want to let go of and then set them on fire. Because I'm a bit of a pyromaniac, but you know, you may want to come up with your own ritual, or use mine, or, you know, Google some. Feminine. Boom. This is more money, more abundance, or more happy relationship, right? Coming your way with the Princess of Autumn. Cheerful, reliable, intelligent, mischievous. A Virgo. I was about to say Sagittarius, but maybe, I don't know where that was coming from, but that had nothing to do with autumn. A Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Generous person, good to you. A wonderful opportunity related to your work. I was saying this could be your work, promotion, raise, you're being made a supervisor or something, is on its way. Maybe even a scholarship or something for you to go to school. It's coming your way. Seize the chance to learn something exciting, or to start a more creating and uplifting career or relationship. Like, don't let fear set in and cause you to miss all this awesomeness that's here, right? Don't let this be your outcome when this is the intended outcome. On that note, I will see you guys soon. Enjoy the weekend. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Namaste.